Joséphine, with urban cuisine, you're creating a solution for people that are not just green thumbs that want to garden outside, but also have an ability to garden and think about gardening for vegetables in their home. There's lots of vertical farming solutions coming to urban settings, indoor and vertical farming. There's lots of things that people are thinking about doing to solve the crisis of food and increase food security and make food more accessible for everyone and more affordable. What is going to differentiate urban cuisine in this already crowded market?
Our goal has always been the taste, allowing anyone to have fresh, tasty, and safe produce directly at home. And one of our biggest differentiation is the sizing of our modules. We really worked with kitchen manufacturers, retailers, and particulars to find a solution that would fit any home or apartment. So as of today, we have two different products. The first one is called Live. It's a standalone piece of furniture with a Scandinavian design that can fit in any home. And the second product is called Amo. It's the exact size of an oven, so it can fit any existing or going to be built kitchen.
It's very exciting that it's also organic, but for someone like myself that has no ability to garden anything, how is it easy enough to become mass market when you start talking about people like myself that are likely to mess something up?
This product is for you. We really make it as easy as possible. So we're using a lot of different technologies in electronics, hydraulics, horticulture to make sure that the final product is so easy to use that even someone that is not a green thumb at all can grow really 3 kilos of fresh produce per month. When you receive it, it's just 15 minutes of installation. You just have to plug it, fill the water tank, add our little pods, and then we'll guide you through our app every single day to make sure you get the best yields and the best harvests.
Well, you're certainly solving the transportation issue and all the environmental impact of transportation from farm to table by really making the farm right inside someone's home. But indoor farming and vertical farming solutions are a really big part of changing that food delivery mix. How do you see urban cuisine differentiated from those vertical and in-farming solutions that are close to the consumer?
Our idea was really to allow anyone to grow their own food. Really, the idea of growing your own fresh produce has a big impact on education, and also just on a regular basis, you're happy to eat what you've actually grown. The second point is that we're totally reducing transportation, so we have the shortest circuits of all, 0 meter from the seed to the plate, and even with vertical agriculture, you're still having this less transportation mile, which actually costs a lot in energy. So we really wanted to make sure that the garden was in the house, whatever happens.
Now, speaking of the energy consumption, what is the energy profile of your two different pieces of hardware?
We really wanted a product that actually had important yields, but still a low impact on your bills. So as of today, both of our vegetable gardens have an electric consumption of 1.5 euros per month on your bill. It's less than 60 watts, so it's the equivalent of a very small fridge you can find in a hotel room.
And what does the system look like in terms of the components in it? What is the tech and the elements of the tech in it?
So from the end consumer, it really looks very easy, but we actually have an entire electronic device in it with different sensors, humidity, temperature, water level. We have a ventilation system, we have an irrigation and watering system, and then we developed our own LED panel in-house with 132 LEDs. The difficulty is that because our end customers are planting the pods one by one, and over time, the growths are always different between all the varieties. So we developed our own LED panel with a spectrum adapted to all our varieties at all growth stages to make sure even an eggplant can grow at the same time as like just thyme, for example.
What is your scaling roadmap from here, from France and beyond?
Clearly, our first step is Europe. That's why we're in Berlin. We really wanted to meet retailers. We've been in contact with several kitchen manufacturers since June from right to French countries, so Belgium, Switzerland, and Luxembourg. We want to extend to Western Europe and the Scandinavian countries because we can't say they have much daylight all year long.
Of course, right, yeah, not easy to grow things.
Yeah, and then we're planning on extending to the Emirates because they have desertic conditions. And then obviously Asia is a big market for us, the US, but as of right now, we'll go step by step. Our main goal is in 2 years to become the European leader of this new appliance we're creating.
A lot of the challenges that companies like Urban Cuisine encounter is once you start talking about scaling across countries, there's very different regulations for the hardware and for the seeds, and
Yes.
just moving the seeds around, sourcing the hardware, sourcing the seeds becomes a challenge. How have you thought that through?
So that's my second company. So hardware issues is something I've been aware of. So we really took all those considerations at the very beginning of the company. We directly went through regulations for several countries, not just EU, but for the UK, for Israel it's different, for the Emirates. We've really started the company thinking about the regulation issues, which in our market is one of our biggest constraints. Regarding the seeds, today we're only working with French organic seeds, but in our dreams, we want people from all over the world to be able to grow the food they actually like in their own countries, in their indoor vegetable gardens. This might not be such a big issue because we'll probably work with seed suppliers in every country to make sure we can actually grow local food, but also allow expatriates to eat the food they like away from their homes.